Okay, are we all present? All the ordinees?
Yes, the stream is running. I guess no, I'm don't know if we are all there, but the stream is running. Yes, the stream is running. I guess no, I don't know if we are all there, but the stream is running.
Okay, would you take a head count for me of the ordinees? We are to have 8 ordinees.
Just a moment, please. I'm starting the playback in the other room at this moment. So.
Gundo, I count 8.
You count 8? All right. Let me know when we're ready, Kote.
Yes, we are 8 people, 8 ordainees, all fine.
May I begin, Kote?
Yes, everything is running. I can count 8 ordainees and we are expecting 8, so all is good.
Yes, if we have 9, we have a problem. If we have 7, we have a problem. But if you say there are 8 here, I trust you. All right, I'm going to officially begin now. Welcome, everyone, to our 2023 Shukke Tokudo home leaving ordination for 8 fine Unsui training priests. I will speak in a little bit about the significance of today, but I just want to say that it has been a long time in coming. This also represents the first class of our Monastery of Open Doors. So it's a particularly auspicious day for all of us. Right now, we will begin, as we always begin, with the Heart Sutra and a little dedication. Afterwards, we will sit a moment of zazen, and then we will officially begin. Let us now light the incense. Towards me. Gotcha.
Makahanya haramita shinyo Onkai kudo isai kuyaku shari shiki sokuze kuku sokuze shiki ju sogyo shiki yaku bunyo ze shari shize shoho kuso fusho fumetsu fuku fujo fuzo fugenze goku chumu shikimu yuso gyo shikimu genni bize shinni mu shiki shoko misoku ho mu gengai nai shi mui shiki kai mu mu myo yaku mu mu myo jin nai shi mu roshi yaku mu roshi jin mu kushu metsu do muchi yaku mu tokui mu sho toko bodai sata e hanya hara mitako shinmu kege go mu kufu onri isai tendo muso kugyo ne hansanze shobutsu e hanya hara mitako toku wa nokutara sanmyaku sanbodai koji hanya hara mita daijin shuze daimyo shuze mujo shuze mutodo shuno joi saiku shinjitsu fukoko setsu anya hara mita soku setsu shuatsu gyate gyate hara so gyate boji soaka hanya shingyo. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. In reciting the heart of the perfection of Great Wisdom Sutra, we dedicate this undertaking this Shukke Tokudo home leaving ceremony to Shakyamuni Buddha Honored One, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Eihei Dogen Honored One, Soji Keizan Honored One, all successive Honored Ones up until Zuigaku Renpo Honored One, and Gudo Wafu Honored One, and to all other Honored Ones throughout history, same yet diverse Honored Ones whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate these efforts to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times. We especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures now suffering or ill in health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervade the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to all victims of war and violence and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all peoples, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. Om Bodhisattva Mahasattvas, Mahasattvas, Maha Prajna Paramita.
Lovely. We will now have a moment of standing or sitting, zazen, be comfortable. Sekishi, would you ring the bell to start zazen? I will be returning in a moment. Thank you, everyone. I'm very honored and pleased to see the entire Sangha here this evening, represented by our older priests who are in attendance today, those who are watching from home. Risho, we've asked you to be here today as a witness for our entire Sangha, and I thank you for taking the time to attend. And of course, thank you to our 8 soon-to-be trainee priests, Unsui, here at Treeleaf. Now, this is a very special day for us because it represents the first class of our Monastery of Open Doors, which we've established in order to allow those dedicated walkers of the way, the Soto way, who have faced obstacles, to have an opportunity to begin training for the priesthood. And they have spent over a year now considering this day, preparing for this day, being dissuaded in every way I possibly could from continuing, and yet they've stuck with it. And so I want to welcome them, now dressed in white, to represent a new beginning. So if I may, I'd like to tell you that this is a home leaving ceremony, but our way at Treeleaf, of course, is very special. For when we leave home, in Nishijima's way, we know our true home is everywhere, including with our families, our worldly responsibilities, and our work. And yet the freedom we find in our heart, we refer to as leaving home even as we remain in our homes. It's our way. There are many kinds of priests in this world, those in monasteries, those out in the world. And this way would be much poorer were it not for all of us. Our new trainee priests are unique individuals. Each one of them, I have found this past year, is a good person dedicated to the Soto way. And to me, that is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you're inside temple walls or outside, for truly there are no walls. And that is what I would like to keep in mind today. Now, as I get older, I'm getting, I have to say, harder to see. So please forgive me for looking closely with my new glasses. And I would like to say, officially, we begin this ceremony of Shukke Tokudo and home leaving. Now I would like to ask of all the ordinees the following. With sincere mind and heart, please make 3 bows to the Buddha here or the Buddha in your room. It's all the same. Please make 3 bows to the Buddha. Now, one thing about our Sangha and our Monastery of Open Doors is we have people who practice with many different physical conditions. We have someone today who has to do this ceremony perhaps in a chair. Someone else who is facing serious health conditions that prevent them from bowing as they might wish fully on the floor. So a standing bow is fine, as long as it is sincere in heart. You see. Now, next, to representing the family that brought you here, with sincere mind and heart, please make 3 bows to your parents and family in gratitude for making this life and day possible. And if your parents are no longer with us, you may bow to where your hometown was or where they are buried. Next, I ask you to bow to the lineage which I represent. You are not bowing to me as a person. It's just the office I represent here. And I will return the bow to you. So with sincere mind and heart, please make 3 bows to your preceptor. Such bows are not to an individual person of flesh and blood sitting here, but symbolically to the lineage for which I stand. Please make 3 bows. Honored guests, families, and ordinees, I respectfully announce to everyone that the novice ordination ceremony for, and it's a long list this time, Meian Kim Wilson, Daiman Bill McCracken, Ankai Carl Vanderheit, Shujin Chris Armel, Seiko Al Garod, Tokan Leon Frampton, Bion Florin Bonsetu, and Onki Finn Osinchuk will now begin. Now, we will symbolically invite all the Buddhas and ancestors with whom we practice to witness this ceremony. Free of all barriers of time and place, everyone please gasho and repeat after me, and I hope to hear all of you. At one with all Buddhas in the 10 directions.
At one with all Buddhas in the 10 directions.
At one with the Sangha in the 10 directions.
At one
with the Sangha in the 10 directions.
At one with our principal teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha.
At one with
our principal teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha.
At one with the great, compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva.
At
one with the great passionate
Bodhisattva.
At one with the great, wise Samantabhadra Bodhisattva.
At one
with the great wise
At one with the great, sacred Manjushri Bodhisattva.
At one
the great sacred Manjushri Bodhisattva.
At one with all Mahasattvas, Bodhisattvas in the 10 directions.
At one with all
Bodhisattvas in the 10 directions.
At one with Dogen Zenji.
at one with Tokan,
Dogen Zenji.
At one with Keizan Zenji.
at one with Keizan,
Keizan Zenji.
At one with the successive great teachers in our Bodhisattva lineage.
at one with the
The great successive teachers in our Bodhisattva lineage.
Now I will read a dedication. At one with the three treasures, the Buddha Tathagata, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all the ancestors and all who witness this ceremony, we gather to welcome our novice priests. Meian, Daiman, Ankai, Shujin, Seiko, Tokan, Bion, Onki. The mind source is completely calm, and the sea of the Dharma is fathomless. One who cannot realize such wanders endlessly, and one who realizes such is immediately at home. To be able to freely play in the field of enlightenment, it is necessary to drop attachments. Vow to drop them, let them go. Do not doubt. There is nothing surpassing dropping attachments for entering the enlightened way. Cutting one's hair is cutting the root of human attachment. And if one cuts off human attachment, even just a little bit, one's true nature is immediately revealed. Changing your clothes, one steps out of worldly delusion and can thus attain freedom. Therefore, among all the Buddhas in the three worlds, not one realized without dropping attachments and penetrating dualistic views. The merit of dropping attachments and becoming a priest is unsurpassable. For example, although there is great merit in building a temple that reaches to the sky, if one compares the merit of this with that of letting go, it is not even 100th of its worth, which cannot be measured. A temple may become ruined and unusable, but the merit of becoming a priest will never be lost. By dropping attachments, one already is the true child of Buddha. You are the most fortunate of all beings in the three worlds. Among all beings in the 6 realms, this is a most commendable life. Seiko, Tokan, Bion, Onki, Meian, Daiman, Ankai, Shujin. Reflect. Your body-mind is suddenly turning from endless rebirth, and you are becoming irreversibly and timelessly born in the no-birth country of Buddha. Clinging and delusion do not cease, yet your original true nature has been revealed. After entering the priesthood, heaven neither covers nor does the earth sustain. Having nothing with which to cover your round head and your robes embodying enlightenment, one stands out. Whoever comes in contact with you receives great benefit. One is now in service to all beings. Your abode is beyond the three worlds, and its virtue pervades the 10 directions. You walk together with the Buddhas and the ancestors. Be kind to your teacher and honor your Buddha nature. Respect the Buddhas and teachers. Thus it is said, in the drifting, wandering world, it is very difficult to cut off attachments. Now you are vowing to let them go and to realize the truth of nature, of emptiness. This is true gratitude. Tokan, Seiko, Shujin, Ankai, Daiman, Meian, Onki, Bion. Think right now with gratitude of your parents and thank them for having given you this life. Consider carefully the mutual karma that brought you here. Think of what your loved ones, your partners, your friends have done, and further what your Sangha has done. Think of what our line of teachers has done. You will now be able to dedicate this life freely to the welfare and service of all beings. Ankai, Shujin, Seiko, Tokan, Bion, Ankai, Onki, Meian, Daiman. Realize the world of impermanence. This is indeed rare and unthinkable. When for the first time bodhisattvas raise the Bodhi mind in the midst of birth and death, single-mindedly realizing enlightenment, the merit they derive from this very moment mind is deep, broad, and truly boundless. Though Tathagatas may explain it fully, it can never be exhausted. Now the robes. Now you will receive the inner robe of the Buddha, the Karomo. Please raise up your Karomo robe. The robe I hold represents those robes will become your robe, and a close friend and loved one will assist you in putting it on. Their hands are my hands, are the hands of the Buddhas and ancestors. Our hands reach across all distance to give it to you. Please receive your robe. You may place them on. Take your time. No rush, no rush.
Find this. Hmm? No, just checking. It's supposed to be turning inside. Yeah.
Almost there, Seiko?
It's one. I think there's another song over here. Oh, yeah. I see.
You all tied? Almost?
Just a little longer.
Take your time. All right. Please make 3 bows. Now we move to the cutting of the last strands of hair, the shura. This is a symbolic leaving of the attachments to beauty and worldly appearance that most of us have in life. Now, the last strands of your hair will be cut. Only the Buddha can cut the last strand of your hair. And our hands here serve as the Buddha's hands. A close friend and loved one will assist this. Their hands or my hands are the hands of the Buddhas and ancestors. We will now cut the hair of Bion, Onki, Meian, Daiman, Ankai, Shujin, Seiko, and Tokan. And I will do so as their teacher and preceptor, one by one. Now, each of you, I ask you, this is your chance. No one compels you. You must answer freely. The last strands of your hair will be cut. Only the Buddha can cut the last strand of hair. Will you allow me to cut it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not convinced. Will you allow me to cut it?
Yes.
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 I'm still not convinced. Will you allow me to cut it?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Let the last strand of hair be cut away. Now I will call each of your names one by one. Bend forward. Ankai. Shujin. Seiko. Tokan. Bion. Onki. Meian. Daiman. Did I name everyone? I don't want to leave anyone out. Speak now. Yes? Very good.
I think you can
Let the hair be cut away.
take a lock and cut it down.
Now, Ordinise, I ask you, please repeat your vow. Though my form is altered, my heart remains
faithful to my purpose,
Faithful to my purpose.
parting with human attachment, living amid this muddy world like a lotus,
Leaving home.
leaving home, and seeking with
A home that
home that is never lived,
away
the way it cannot be sought. I vow to free all creations.
lovely.
Yes.
We will now move to bestowal of the blood lineage chart, a circle which represents the unending circle of this lineage, from the Buddha through the ancestors, to me, to you, and back to the Buddha, which represents all things. And I shall bestow this chart and a new name for each of you. Your new name is, now, this is going to take a moment because so many of you, let me make sure I get everyone. I truly wish I had picked priests with simpler names to pronounce. Next time, please remind me. But from now on, this is your name. Now let me start here. 1 second. 1 second. I think I have everyone. Don't want to leave anyone out. Meian, Rondo Meian, Orchid Way, meandering at rest, peace. Kondo Daiman, the Korean way, great fulfillment. Godo Ankai, the watchful way, peaceful ocean. Kyodo Shujin, the teaching way of protective benevolence. Gando Seiko, the stubborn way of the pure light. Heido Tokan, the balanced way of the island nurse. Kondo Bion, the loose, careless, negligent way of the beautiful sound. Shodo Onki, the laughing way of kindness energy. Now, you know how I am. If by any chance I missed anyone, speak up. Was that everyone, I hope? Good. You know me. Now I will bestow a blood lineage chart to each of you on which such names have been inscribed. The blood lineage charts are symbolically given to each one of you with my hands represented by the hands of the persons close to you and your own hands. Would you kindly receive the blood lineage charts? My hands or the Buddha's hands are your hands. Please receive the blood lineage chart. I now bestow upon you your zagu.
Oh, I don't have one.
Your hands are my hands, are the Buddha's hands. Please receive your zagu. You have now received the zagu. Ordination, please repeat your vow.
I, Bion,
Shujin,
now receive
now receive this vow of love, which shall forever protect my robes. All Buddhas receive and use this cloth. May I forever repose on this, share with all beings.
all beings.
On this, share with all beings.
Now, please open the zagu, and if you can, engage in 3 prostrations, or if your physical needs require, you may stand and touch the zagu to your forehead. Please, 3 bows. Next, I shall bestow upon you, let me remove it, something you have all sewn and prepared, the raksu of a novice priest. Please receive your raksu. My hands are your hands, are the Buddha's hands. Please receive your raksu. Now you briefly place it on. Oh, I'm sorry. You briefly, I should say, place it on your head.
Yeah.
And we will now recite the verse. Oh, I'm sorry. No. After all the time I've done this ceremony, you have to forgive me. Place on your raksu for a moment. Remove it and then place it aside. And now the great moment. You have all sewn a kesa. I shall now bestow upon you the kesa of a novice priest. Tokan, Bion, Onki, Meian, Daiman, Ankai, Shujin, Seiko. You now receive the kesa. I ask you, do you vow to maintain it? You know to respond.
I now receive this.
I now receive this kessa of the Buddha's ancestors, how to maintain it.
Maintain it.
Always maintain it. Can use it.
This kessa which I hold will represent those robes that you have sewn and become your robe. Our hands reach across all distance to give it to you. Each of you, please receive your kessa.
Here.
Now place the kessa upon your head, and we will now recite the verse of the kessa. Stand in gasho and recite 3 times with me. Robe of liberation boundless.
Robe.
Liberation boundless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings.
Wearing the Tathagata's teaching.
Vowing to free all sentient beings.
Bowing.
To free all sentient beings.
Robe of liberation boundless.
Robe of
Robe of liberation boundless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings.
Wearing.
The Tathagata's teachings.
Vowing to free all sentient beings.
Free all sentient beings.
Robe of liberation boundless.
Robe
Robe of liberation boundless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings.
Vowing to free all sentient beings.
Vowing to free all sentient beings.
We now place the kessa upon you, and a close friend or loved one will assist you in putting it on. Their hands are my hands, or the hands of the Buddhas and ancestors. Please place on your kessa.
There it comes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see all the priests who are joining us from so many places. Washington?
Over. Yeah.
Lovely to have you here.
Okay. And then this,
Jinkan, you're in our hearts.
it's,
All of you, lovely.
this is, it's before.
All these priests have been through this. All of us.
And
Take your time.
This goes up, this down.
No. This way.
I think I got.
No.
Toku, at the end, I'd like to ask you to say a couple of words to them of welcome, okay?
Yeah. It's talking to the ground still. Yeah.
All right?
Like that.
Don't worry, you'll have a lifetime to practice. Get it on, it'll stay. Very good. It's never perfect. Very good. Next, please receive your bowl. Please take the bowl from me. Your hands are my hands or the Buddha's hands. Please receive your bowl. Now there is a vow to repeat. Please repeat your vow.
Please intensely concentrate.
Intensely concentrate and wholeheartedly reflect.
Now
Now
receive
receive this food of mold.
vow to
Vow to always maintain and use it.
How to always maintain and use it.
You have now received your bowls. Now, wearing the clothes of the Buddha and having the Tathagata's eating bowl, we will now bestow the Bodhisattva precepts. The great precepts of Gautama Buddha were kept by all Buddhas. They were transmitted from Buddha to Buddha. They were received by ancestor after ancestor. The receiving of the precepts transcends the three kinds of time, and the experience of truth will continue forever. Our great master Gautama Buddha transmitted the precepts to Master Mahakashapa. Master Mahakashapa transmitted the precepts to Master Ananda, and the transmission of the precepts has continued in this way, passing from orthodox successor to orthodox successor in one line, and so after many ages has come to this place and time. Now I am bestowing the precepts upon you to return the profound benevolence of Gautama Buddha and to make you the standard of human beings and all life. We trust this to be the true reception of Gautama Buddha's wisdom and life. Respectfully following the approval of Gautama Buddha, we would like to devote ourselves to the precepts and confess. Listen to my words and wholeheartedly say the same after each line. All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old.
On account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance.
On account
of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance.
Born of my body, mouth, and mind.
born
My body, mouth, and mind.
Now I atone for them all.
now I
atone for the all.
Now, having made atonement, you are purified in body, mouth, and thoughts. This purification is due to the power of atonement. Next, you will reveal yourself as the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, which have the three virtues and merits of the one body. Three treasures, the realized three treasures, and the maintained three treasures. When once you reveal yourself as the three treasures, all virtues and merits will be in complete realization. Now, you have a leaf. I have sacred water from the Himalayas. Actually, it's from Lake Kasumigaura here in Japan, but it's sacred to us. And I will symbolically take the power from me of the lineage and bestow it upon you.
We're going to leave off along the second.
Now, please hold up your leaf into the air so that it touches ours across the distance. That is for our parents, teachers, the nation, and the whole earth. that is for all beings in all places and times. Please come forward. Let me touch you. And now I return it to me. Everything is new and fresh. That's as wild as we get in this Sangha, but I love the beauty of that. Okay, it's that time. You will now receive the precepts themselves. First, we undertake the 3 devotions, the 3 treasures. Repeat after me, everyone please, in Gasho. Respectful devotion to Buddha, respectful devotion to Dharma, respectful devotion to Sangha.
Respectful devotion to Buddha, respectful devotion to Dharma, respectful devotion to Sangha.
Devotion to Buddha, the Supreme One. Go ahead.
Devotion to Buddha, the Supreme One.
Devotion to Dharma, the Supreme Purity.
Devotion to Dharma, the Supreme Purity.
And teaching, I should say. Let's add and teaching.
And teaching.
And teaching.
Very good. Don't want to leave that out. Devotion to Sangha, the Supreme Community.
Devotion to Sangha, the Supreme Community.
Perfect devotion to Buddha. Perfect devotion to Dharma. Perfect devotion to Sangha.
Perfect devotion to
Buddha. Perfect devotion to Dharma. Perfect devotion to Sangha.
The giving of the precepts of 3 devotions is like this. From now on, Gautama Buddha and all Buddhas are your great teachers. Never devote yourself to false teachings, harmful teachings, or the like. These precepts were retained by Buddhas of the past. They were transmitted by the ancestors. Now I bestow this upon you. You should retain them sincerely. So I ask you, will you maintain them?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Let me hear it in my heart. Will you maintain them?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Will you maintain them?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
You should do your best to keep these precepts. Please make 3 bows. Now, the 3 pure and universal precepts. Number 1, to seek as you can in this body and life to avoid doing harm. This precept was retained by Buddhas of the past. It was transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now I bestow this upon you. Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 2, to seek as you can in this body and life to live in a healthful and helping way, doing good. This precept was retained by Buddhas of the past. It was transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now I bestow this upon you. Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
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 Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Number 3, to seek as you can in this body and life to live for the benefit of all sentient beings. This precept was retained by Buddhas of the past. It was transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now I bestow this upon you. Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
You should do your best to keep these precepts. Please bow 3 times.
Alright. It just stopped. I'm gonna try exiting out and then coming back in again.
Now we will bestow the 10 fundamental precepts. I shall now read them. Now I will recite the first one and then ask you, and then recite the rest as a list, and then ask you again. Number 1, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from the killing of life. This precept was retained by Buddhas of the past. It was transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now I bestow this upon you. Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I will now recite the remainder of the precepts, but they are all of equal weight. Number 2, to seek as you can in this body and life to live in generosity and refrain from taking that which is not given. Number 3, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from misusing sexuality and all desire. Number 4, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from false and malicious speech. 5, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from intoxication in its many forms. 6, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from unconstructively criticizing the errors and faults of others. 7, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from praising oneself and judging others. 8, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from stinginess in bestowing the Buddhist teachings and all precious things. 9, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from all anger. 10, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from disparaging the 3 treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. These 16 Buddhist precepts are the 3 devotions, the 3 pure and universal precepts, and the 10 fundamental precepts. They were retained by Buddhas of the past. They were transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now that I bestow them upon you. Give it all your heart, folks. Will you seek to keep these precepts from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All your heart, will you seek to keep these precepts from now to the end of your life?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Let the Buddhas hear you. Will you seek to keep these precepts from now to the end of your life?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. You should do your best to keep these precepts. Please bow 3 times. Very good. We will now have the ceremony of recognition. Now you will sit symbolically where I sit, and we will honor you and welcome you to the family. All those who have been ordained that are here, and I invite the folks at home who have received Jukai as well who are watching. Please join us. It's good. Welcome them. You will sit where I sit as all of us walk around you, circumambulate to honor you. So I say to each of you, one moment. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. What have I done? Where has it gone? Ah, every ceremony, I always do this. All right. Onki, Tokan, Bion, Shujin, Seiko, Daiman, Ankai, Meian. Please close your eyes and see that you are now sitting where I have been sitting. Picture yourself sitting in this chair where I am sitting. Place your hands in Gasho and see me and all the Buddhas and all the members of the Sangha as we now circle you symbolically 3 times. And there's a little bell on the altar that I brought from Korea many years ago that we use just for this. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. we can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. And now the bell is returned to the altar. Until next time. Please let me have my seat back. Shujin, Tokan, Seiko, Bion, Onki, Daiman, Ankai, Meian. I respectfully announce to everyone that the novice ordination ceremony for you is now concluded. Please bow 3 times. Now I'm going to ask on behalf of our priests, we have so many now. Koku, respectfully, would you say something briefly to welcome our new priests?
Thank you, Jundo. It's an absolute honor to be here and witness this ceremony. I've seen quite a few Shukke Tokudo ceremonies now, and they never fail to be moving. I've witnessed all of you during the preparatory phase of these particular ordinations. And like Jundo, I can honestly say that each of you is worthy to receive and wear these robes and enter into this path of service to both the Sangha, Treeleaf, and your wider communities. This is an important path, and it can be a hard path. And I just want you to know, in the years ahead, there will be really good times and hard times. And during those hard times, you remember you are each other's brothers and sisters. No one gets through this training and this path of service alone. You have to help each other. And also, if you're going through something, don't be too proud to reach out to those of us who are more senior priests. We are there for you to help you as priests were there for us before. So I just wish to welcome you to this group of trainees and priests. These will be your brothers and sisters going forward. So get to know each other, learn from each other, support each other. But most of all, wear your robe with pride and honor and live up to it as best as you can each day. Thank you so much for your practice and your service, and welcome.
Thank you, Koku. I would now like to ask Risho, who is our witness on behalf of the Sangha, if maybe you have a few words.
It's going to be hard to follow Koku. It is an honor to be here. It's very moving. Treeleaf holds a very special place in my heart, as I know it does for all of you. It's really good to be here. It's a mystery why we're here. How do we end up here? How are we so fortunate? I always feel very grateful to have found this practice. And yeah, I just want to echo Koku and thank you all for your practice and welcome you. Tremendous amount of gratitude that you've taken this path. It's not easy. So no, just welcome and thank you.
Thank you, Risho. Now I'm going to ask each of our priests to say something. I just request, let's keep, there's so many of you. Let's keep it brief and heartfelt because Papa is past his bedtime. I will call you one by one. And please say whatever you wish. First, Meian.
First, domo arigato gozaimasu for everything, the guidance and the support and the explanations and the patience with me along the way. I've dreamed of this for a long time. And I look forward to getting to know everybody better, and I hope to live up to everything I've promised and the robe. And I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you.
Very good. Shujin.
Thank you all for the opportunity to serve the Water Sangha. It's been a humbling experience. I look forward to it. Thank you for my family, my wife Sherry, my two boys Lyle and Emery, and thank you to you all, Jundo, and those from Treeleaf and Dozen Lawrence and Rosemary Taylor who've supported me through this journey.
Ankai Carl.
This has been a very long journey, starting back in very early Treeleaf days. I'm very humbled to be here in this moment. And I want to thank, of course, Jundo, Kote, everybody else who provided me with everything. And hopefully I can use my time in the priesthood to pay it forward. And I suppose that's what it's all about. So with that, thank you all so very much.
Daiman.
Much for this opportunity. It's been a very long journey for me, starting out in Soto and then Korean and back to Soto again. And I just want to thank all of my teachers, all of my Dharma friends, my family, my wife, Beth, just for supporting me through all of these years. And I'm really proud and honored to be part of this Sangha, and I'm going to be of service in any way that I'm needed. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Tokan, who's way past his bedtime in New Zealand, even more than me.
Those that know me well from work and at home know that I'm rarely lost for words. But this moment I can't describe. So for once, I am lost for words. It seems hard to believe that once upon a time, a mouse click that took a millisecond brought me to this moment. But all I feel at the moment is deep gratitude to you all for sharing this with me.
Seiko.
Again,
I'm going to repeat what others have said. It's been a long journey. I've been preparing for about 40 years. So I want to thank everybody that's helped me get to this point. Wangpo Sumedo, Kinzan Liamen, Ando Socho, Barbara Salam Angyo Begmule, and all at ZPO. And a special thank you to Jundo and all the priests and Sangha at Treeleaf. And I'm here to pay this back, pay this forward. I hope that I'll be some use to someone in the near future.
Onki.
I cannot believe that I have made it this far. I never thought I'd be able to sew anything. And last night I finished my okesa at 9:00 p.m. Yeah. And I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart, Jundo and the Monastery of Open Doors, Kote, Bion, my wife, Sarah, for always being there to support me, my friends who love me, and everyone in the Sangha. I'm so grateful. Thank you so very much. I love you.
And finally, Bion, who says I always call on him last at Zazen Kai. So, Bion.
It's okay. The selfish part is that I'm very happy and excited, but the important part is that I'm grateful to everyone, because ever since I came in through those doors, all of Treeleaf opened your home to me and allowed me to make it my home. And you gave me opportunities to learn, to practice, to polish all kinds of things that I have, quirks and flaws. And I just hope you keep giving me those opportunities and allow me to practice with you and to serve as much as I can and help. So thank you.
Lovely. Now I will ask everyone to rise just once again, and we will recite the 4 vows. Please recite with me. We will recite this all together. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless. To transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible. To perceive reality, though reality is boundless. To attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless.
So beings numberless.
To transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible. To perceive reality, though reality is boundless.
So reality is boundless.
To attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable.
A way non-attainable.
To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless.
Though beings numberless.
To transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible.
Delusions inexhaustible.
To perceive reality, though reality is boundless.
Though reality is boundless.
To attain the enlightened way.
In the enlightened way.
A way non-attainable.
A way non-attainable.
We close with these simple words. And now the ceremony is over. Go in peace. Live as good students and monks. I will add, it is fine to go celebrate as well, but in moderation. Everyone, thank you for being here. Peace to you all. Much love to you all. And I hope to see you at the priest meeting tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good morning.
Thank you, everyone.